when I decided I was going to start training. So I wanted to go and get trained, in my personal opinion, by the best, and I think I made a great decision going to Black and Brave.
Yeah, I mean, you got up and you kind of moved to the school, right? It wasn't like you were anywhere close to that at that point.
Yep, finished. We finished up tour. Went home. I went to WrestleMania 31, watched them cash in and win the title, and 2 weeks later, I moved to Moline, Illinois, a city I've never been to, an apartment I've never seen, and did the damn thing. I was supposed to stay out there for 3 months, and I'm staying there for 3 years, and learned a lot about myself along the way, which is part of the man you see now.
How do you just decide, like, all right, you know what? I'm in for a penny. I'm in for a pound. I'm moving to a place I've never been. Is there a fallback plan at that point, or is it like?
Oh man, I put all my eggs in. Entertaining is what I'm meant to do. I'm an emotional salesman. I sell emotion, whether it's through Heart to Heart or Zicky Dice. I refuse to fail. I refuse to do anything else, with exceptions of working with special needs adults or having my own special ed class. But I refuse to do anything else. This is what I'm meant to do. This is what makes me happy. And so I knew going there that I was going to, Seth Rollins would tell you that he didn't think I was going to take this serious, or he didn't think I was going to make something of myself. And I proved him wrong and a lot of other people wrong along the way. And I got a lot of cool shit going on. I'm happy to be in NWA. I'm happy to be in that spot, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be yet. So we're going to get outlandish, to say the least.
And, being in NWA, the way they tape their shows, I would assume that's pretty beneficial to you considering your touring schedule with Heart to Heart. So I feel like it's kind of the perfect marriage right now.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Zicky Dice comes first at the end of the day. If Heart to Heart, if we keep touring, cool. If not, that's cool too, as long as we're making some music. But I put a lot of time and investment into Zicky Dice, and that's what I really want to do right now. But with that said, NWA also comes first, so schedule's always clear for that.
Now, how did you go from Black and Brave? So how did you go from? How did you get in touch with the NWA at that point? Because before NWA Power, they were, I don't want to say they were fledgling, but they weren't. It wasn't anywhere near as well known as it is right now. It was far removed from the glory days of the NWA in the mid to late '80s and things like that.
That's a crazy story in itself. So I had been working. I debuted for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood when I was still living in Chicago, with a few of the freelance wrestling guys. When I moved back to California, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood is about an hour and a half from where I was going to be staying at the time. So I continued to work there. It's been about 3 years. I had seen Billy Corgan and Dave Lagana there about a year and a half ago. I wrestled Tim Storm for the 10 pounds of gold on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. You probably don't recognize me. I'm a little chunkier, got a big red beard and some brown hair. But I did wrestle him there, and they used a clip from that match in an NWA promotional video. That was the extent of that. Lo and behold, fast forward a year and a half, 2 later, I am supposed to be wrestling in Florida, and that show fell through, and Yuma at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood had reached out prior about the date. So I texted him, and I was like, hey, do you still have space on the show? Well, yeah, come on down. I'll squeeze you in. So I go there, show up a little early. About 3 years of working there, I never got a backstage promo, never anything live, never anything in ring, never complained about it. I figured when my time came, I've earned it, and I would kill it. So they were looking to film a promo, and there wasn't anyone around. I happened to be standing there, like, hey, Zicky, put your gear on. Let's get a promo. You're in this match. I was like, all right, cool. I went out there, and I said 6 words. I was immediately pulled around the corner. And that's where I met David Lagana and Billy Corgan. And Billy's like, whoa, look at you, your hair, your sunglasses, your earring. He's like, what are you doing December 14th? And I sat there and thought to myself in my head, I was like, I was at December 14th. I was like, me and the fiance just planned a snow trip. I was like, absolutely nothing. I'm completely free. He's like,
nothing now.
How would you like to work? Yeah, nothing now. He's like, how would you like to work for me in the NWA? And I was like, I would love that. And he's like, okay, David Lagana will reach out on Monday. And that's how I got set up. It just happened to be right place, right time type of deal. I still can't wrap my head around everything that's been going on lately. But it's exciting. It's getting a lot of press, getting out there, and how being at NWA right now and helping build this new company back. Is very exciting, and the show's doing great. The numbers are growing weekly. It's just, I don't know, it's a good time, and I couldn't be happier being with the National Wrestling Alliance.
Yeah, Nick Aldis was on our show about 3 weeks ago, right before the Hard Times pay-per-view, and he kind of said,
beautiful.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's probably my favorite champion right now. But he also said the NWA, he's like, we have the seasons of the show, but each season it's going to keep growing, and it's going to keep growing. And now that you guys just wrapped up taping season 3, what's the mood like? I guess what's everybody thinking? All right, what can we do to improve on season 3 for season 4? Because listen, the crowds are getting bigger. The production is great. I was a little disappointed that we got rid of Dokken into the fire. Dokken is my all-time top 5 dead or alive favorite 80s metal band. But I'm Broken by Pantera is just it suits the opening so well too. So I can't really complain.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I made the opening. Did you see that? There's a little few snippets of Zicky Dice in the opening. I was like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah,
all right. I did like Into the Fire. I didn't know there was going to be a change. A lot of the changes I find out with you guys at the same time. Going into the next season, I watch back with everybody else. And right now, we're huge on trying to grow the show. The numbers are growing weekly, but trying to get those subscriptions in, and trying to really just get those numbers up. I feel like there's a lot of people that still don't know about NWA or the show that I think would be into it. So it's reaching out to those markets and trying to be creative. And I think if we keep delivering like we have been, I think we'll be in good hands. The goal is to, I know there's been talks about, will the show travel? That's all about where people are watching the show from. We would love to hit different markets, but we gotta see the areas coming in strong. Or trying pay-per-views at another venue, a bigger venue. There's different talks, and really all we can do is have you, everybody listening, subscribe and support and watch the show. That's what's really going to get us to the next level right now.
Well, rumor has it if the NWA YouTube subscribers eclipse an extra 100,000, Zicky Dice is going to do whatever the fans want. What? How did you get roped into that?
Well, I first said I was going to shave my eyebrows off on Power, and they wanted me to say something else. I really wish that I would have went for the eyebrows now, but yes, if we get 100,000 more subscribers than what we're at right now, I think it was like 184,000. For 284,000, I will do whatever the fans want of their choosing. I'm sure it's going to be something outlandish. I saw Lick Trevor Murdoch's gear. That's disgusting.
That's so bad.
I saw shave your head. I really hope I don't have to shave my head. There was shave a fan's head or beard. I'm in for that. So we'll see. But we got to get the subscribers. So if you're not subscribing, I guess I have nothing to worry about.
That's true, but like you said, the show is growing every single week. The numbers are up. If you look at, the views on YouTube, you can see they're growing every single week. And especially, this season, you brought in a lot more talent too. The talent pool is growing. I saw Lindsay Snow was there, M-Dog, Matt Cross. The match this week that M-Dog had with Caleb Conley was probably one of the best matches on TV this week, period. So who, as somebody who's been in the business, who
you never know who's going to show up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, who would you like to see join the NWA? Who would fit into that mold?
Oh, man. A few Black and Brave guys come to mind who are up and coming, like Steve Manders, Jossie, I think would be great fits at NWA. Oh, man. There's a lot of talent. You know what? I was having this conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and minus myself and Ricky Starks, and maybe a few others, like maybe Royce Isaacs, but most of these guys that came in had made a name somewhere else. So I think it's cool to be in a position where I'm trying to be the first NWA bred megastar, right? I have no prior history. No one's known me from anywhere else. So I think it would be cool to see what other superstars they make out of the NWA, that come out of the NWA. I think that's what's exciting about it. You never know who's going to be coming in from anywhere else. I mean, we got Ring of Honor wrestlers coming in and taking over. So who knows? I never know what to expect.
Yeah, and I think the partnership with Ring of Honor is awesome too. I mean, whatever I feel like any professional wrestling company can do to put on a great show and get the fans talking. I mean, this week Eddie Kingston brought in the Bouncers, and really nobody saw that coming. So it's so exciting. It's such a great watch. And I know the Crockett Cup pay-per-view, I believe we don't know where that's going to be yet, correct?
Not just yet. No, not just yet.
Well,
but I feel that we're close to finding out.
My vote goes to the Northeast. I mean, I'll tweet Billy Corgan if I have to, but I know there are a ton of NWA fans, and it's not like it was in the '80s where the NWA was your Southern wrestling. Now, thanks to YouTube, I mean everybody across the world can catch the NWA. So we are looking forward to what happens this season. What can we expect from Zicky Dice going forward?
Well, here's the one thing about Zicky Dice. You never know what to expect. I can't speak on behalf of Zicky Dice right now. I know Zicky writes checks that Nick can't cash. I don't know what is next. All I know is that you should be tuning into the show because we're bound to get outlandish. All right? And the world's going to find out why they call me outlandish. And it's going to be on Power.
Well, if you're not watching NWA Power, you should. 6:05 every Tuesday, YouTube. It's free. It's the best 60 minutes you will find. Zicky Dice, guys, do me a favor. At Zicky Dice, you have the most badass tank top ever. The new outlandish Zicky Dice, the Muscle Beach tank top. Where can everybody check out the merch?
Thank you. I got merch at ZickyDice.com. You can go to my Pro Wrestling Tees store at ProWrestlingTees.com/ZickyDice and pick up all your merch in dice. No pun intended.
And listen, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to YouTube because, frankly, I want to see what the fans choose. 100,000, that's nothing to shake a stick at. But if anybody could do it, it's Zicky Dice and the NWA. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate your time on the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast.
All right, thanks for having me, baby. We'll have to do this again.
Oh, we'd love to, man. Thank you so much.